and welcome to Lutherans Alive. My name is Gregory Held, and this is the program that brings you the story of Lutheran Christians and their ministries in southwestern Pennsylvania. With us today is Gwen Steiner. Gwen's a member of the Penn Zions Lutheran Parish in Westmoreland County, just across the county line between Allegheny County and Westmoreland County. Gwen, welcome.
Thank you.
It's great to have you with us today and to have a chance to talk about the Fair Exchange ministry that's been going on for a number of years now here in our synod and around the church. And we're very pleased that you're willing to help us understand how it works and what's going on these days.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks very much. We really appreciate it. Maybe we could start, just for those of our viewers who haven't heard of Fair Exchange, start by explaining the concept of what Fair Exchange seeks to do, and maybe a brief word on how it works.
Fair Trade is a ministry that provides for those people that don't have the means to get their handiwork or their things that they grow made and sold. In a lot of areas of the world, the people that benefit from fair trade would be women and children, those that are in a caste system that's at the lower level of those countries that have caste systems, people with disabilities, really the ones that the communities don't value, because in a number of communities, women are not valued. And so it gives them a means to provide for their family and take care of things. And so fair trade gives them a fair price and for their goods, and that way it's a consistent price. And they don't have to worry about the market going up and down. They know that they're going to have consistent income. And some programs in fair trade also provide incentives where, in addition to giving them the fair trade price, whatever that would be, they give them an additional bonus where the community can decide how to spend that funds. And so it could be drilling a well for water or a school or something like that. So it benefits the community as well.
I think that's an important concept, to be able to multiply the blessings or the benefits that come that way. I said Fair Exchange. You corrected me to Fair Trade. We want to make sure people understand that is the formal name is Fair Trade. And it is generally an international organization or arrangement, as you said, that enables those who are probably least able to make those connections themselves in the larger marketplace. How was it that you first became aware of the fair trade idea or concept, and what motivated you to get involved?
Well, what motivated me to get involved was in 2001, I went with the ELCA over to Madagascar on a women-to-women experience, where they matched me up with a woman over there in Madagascar, and she was my partner for the time that I was there. And we traveled around the country and discovered really that we had a lot of the same problems that they have, that women have, that we have here. They were very surprised to hear that domestic violence was an issue here in the United States. They couldn't believe that that was something that was happening here. And so we got to talk about a lot of issues relating to women. And one of the things that they were doing is they were building the first domestic abuse shelter in the entire country.
Oh, really?
And how they were building it is they were selling these little lemurs here.
Oh.
And so we helped to support that project to build the first shelter in the country by buying the lemurs. And that was the beginning of the fair trade for me.
Okay.
And so it just has kind of blossomed from then. We came back to the synod, and our companion synod is Tuliar, Madagascar. So it was a really good fit for us to do that.
We already had the natural connection, and it was just one more way to build on that ministry and cooperating together.
Yes. Yes.
I actually have one of those little lemur guys in a display case in my office, as well, as a reminder of that connection and of that partnership. Now that you've begun to get involved in it, how would you characterize the level of awareness in our synod and around the church? Are people pretty much acquainted now with the fair trade concept, or is there still a lot of introducing to be done?
I think there's still a lot of introducing to be done, particularly in different communities. I would hope that the congregations would at least have some little knowledge about fair trade and that our synod's involvement in it. We go out once or twice a month and we'll do a fair trade sale in various settings, either in congregations. In the summertime, we've done street sales where a church will sponsor us to be the booth, and then we can go and sell our items there. And we've had more of an interest coming out of the college communities, and I think that age group, this is a really good fit for them. They seem to be more in social awareness and things that are going on in other parts of the world. So we've been looking at ways that we can partner with the different college communities as well, which is really neat.
Yeah. I think being in the educational community, as well as the student exchange programs and at the higher education levels of colleges and universities, there is a lot of exchange or interchange of students as well. So they've got a lot more first-hand experience with those kinds of things.
That has been really exciting. We've also done some things with some schools that they've invited us to come do the Santa shop and those types of things as well.
That would be local elementary schools.
Local elementary schools. Or we've been invited to go do some of the middle schools have international type programs.
Okay.
And so we've been invited in the spring to be at some of the middle schools and talk about issues in those countries and then sell some items, have a fair for their school, which is going to be nice.
So there is an opportunity to describe the conditions or the circumstances behind the fair trade materials that would be available for sale. So it's a way for consciousness raising and helping people understand the difficult situations that exist in many places.
One of the things that I do is I try to, with any of the groups that we work with, I try to connect with them and hear the stories. We currently are selling items from 55 countries around the world.
Okay.
And we also sell from 8 different organizations here in the United States that deal with issues relating to domestic violence with women, homelessness, small farmers. We just started with a group of pecan farmers in Georgia. Oh. And so we're working with them, and we also are connecting with a small forest tree farm. And they do kindling type, really nice kindling for fire starters and stuff. So we're connecting with some of those other types of groups so that issues here in the United States that are also overseas, that we're kind of matching them up. Okay. And so we've been pleased to find different groups that we can do that with. So I do try to get to know the stories, and if I can, I will email. Some of the places do have emails where you can email the people directly. Okay. So I can email and hear their stories. And I went to Nicaragua and got to actually pick coffee with some of the groups that we get the coffee from. So I got to see firsthand some of the stories as well. So that was very exciting.
Very good. We do have to take a break. Maybe when we come back, we can talk a little bit about who coordinates the Fair Trade initiative and how that works, and then to look at some of the specific items that are available in the Fair Trade market these days. We'll be back in just a minute.